So yeah, you went on to contest for Most Beautiful Girl in Nigeria. You represented Nigeria abroad. What was that experience like for you?
Miss World was fun. It was it wasn't what I expected or what I had in mind. I
What did you
was
have in mind?
slaughterhouse.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to D Digest podcast. I'm your host, Divine Umeh, and today I have the amazing top model superstar, 6'3" goddess, sitting right beside me. You know, we're so honored to have her here today. So go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hi everyone. My name is Mitchel MBGN 2017, Miss World Top Model 2017. That's all.
Okay, so if you guys don't know, she contested for Most Beautiful Girl Nigeria 2017, which I also contested for, and that's how we actually met, for those of you who are curious. And yes, she actually emerged as the winner of Miss World 2017. Then she went to represent Nigeria and also came out in flying colors and was top model 2017. So she has quite a lot of knowledge in terms of the pageantry industry. So do you want to talk to us a little bit about that? Has it always been your dream to be like Most Beautiful Girl in Nigeria? You just said, let me try this thing out since I'm tall, and then it worked out for you.
It was more of a trial thing for me. I did not dream of being MBGN or anything. It just happened at that particular time that they were selling the form, and I'm like, okay, let me try this thing. It's interesting. And somebody said, you should try. Let me help you buy your form. And that was it. It's not like there was any premeditated plan to go for it.
Okay, so how would you say, what was the experience like for you? Is this something you regret doing, or you're like, wow, one of the best experiences of my life?
Funny enough, I was thinking about it last night. I was having a conversation with a group of friends, because they're always like, if you want to tease Ugochi, just call her MBG and she's going to start feeling uncomfortable. But even though it wasn't part of my plan, and I was thinking about it, do I regret it? No. I mean, there are parts of it that I didn't really enjoy, but I was looking back and I'm like, a lot of people that I know that are actually important to me right now, or a lot of people that are now family to me, I met them through MBGN. Without going through that process, I would never have met these people. And without going through that process, I'm not sure where I would be right now. So if I look back at it, I would say I'm happy that I actually went for it, because now I've met some people that are like, I cannot imagine what my life would be like without them. I have grown. I have learned a lot of things. I have been able to discover some things about myself, and I've been able to grow and develop. So I don't regret it. It just opened doors and opened me up to a completely different side of life and a different side of myself.
Wow, that's quite interesting. That's what I always tell people when people ask me about MBG, and I have like similar experiences. Like I had a good time, because actually the camp was interesting. You know,
camp was fun.
Most of the friends that I have till date, most of them are from MBG, and you know, like, amazing people. I mean, anytime you get to meet with amazing people, any opportunity to meet amazing people is always like a good idea. So I always tell people, like, even if you don't win, or even if you win, like the experience is what stands out the most. I mean, even if you win, it's more stress because you travel, you buy clothes. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. So I feel like for me, and it was just like the same thing with me. So I was just going for the experience, because my sister actually contested the previous year, 2 years prior. So I was just like, okay, now vibes, let me just go and have fun. So I actually just went there, you know, and then getting there, you know, when you're tall growing up in Nigeria or Lagos or wherever, like people just see you tall and they're like, Most Beautiful Girl in Nigeria, you must contest. So why are you not modeling? Then why are you not playing basketball? Like, it's just something that they keep telling you. So you're like, okay, how much is the form safe? Okay, fine, let me just buy it and do. So yeah, you went on to contest for Most Beautiful Girl in Nigeria. You represented Nigeria abroad. What was that experience like for you?
Miss World was fun. It wasn't what I expected or what I had in mind.
What did you have in mind?
Slaughterhouse. If you've seen Miss Congeniality, that was the picture I had in mind for Miss World. Yeah. But it was nice. It was chilled. I made friends. Unfortunately, I don't really talk to most of them anymore.
Why?
But I don't know, distance, time zone, language barrier, and all that. I mean, I still talk to Miss Tanzania and I were still friends, but it was fun. It was an eye-opening experience because to be in the same. I thought MBGN was tough, being in the competition with like 36 girls.
Yeah.
There were like 100 and something girls. So every day I was seeing a new person. Even till the last day of the show, I saw someone. I was like, "Please, who is this?" And then she's me. I'm like, "Oh wow, okay. I've never seen this person."
So how many people contest
I
for?
think it was 100 and
Jesus.
104, but or 100 and I don't think it's 140. I know it's 100 and something.
Wow, that's a lot of girls.
Yeah, that's a lot of girls. Yes. And that's to split us up in teams. So you're just used to your team members. And I was in blue team. So if you're not careful, you can go through that entire 1 month and not see another person. You just be with your team members and all that. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was nice. It was like a 1 month road trip because we're in a different city every week, a different town, sightseeing, experiencing food, experiencing culture, meeting people. And for me, being very tall in China was like what's it called? What do they call this thing?
Guys, she's 6'3", by the way. In case you missed it, you guys think I'm tall. Wait till you see her. Like, nah.
Yeah, so it was like I was signboard. So everywhere I'd be like, "Oh my God, so tall! Picture!" And then they just take pictures of you. They don't even care. They don't ask you taking permission. They just take pictures of you. So it was nice. It was nice. I enjoyed it.
So what was the sleeping arrangement like? Was it like 2 girls in a room, 5 girls in a room?
So it depends on the hotel we're at the time. So sometimes we're 2, but you had a permanent roommate throughout the entire trip. My roommate was Miss Rwanda.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so we're always in the same room, and I think most times we're like 2 girls in a room. Yeah, some people depends on how the room is. So mostly 2 girls in a room, and they shared it alphabetically. So Rwanda was my
close to Nigeria.
Yes, for blue team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just looking at the pressure, like, especially Nigerians, we take this pageant thing very seriously, and there's a lot of pageant critics that are around and like, okay, Ugochi is going for this Miss World, whatever. Are there people sending you emails, sending you DMs? Do you feel pressured? Like, let me go and make them proud. I don't want to fold their hand. Or were you just like, I beg, I'm going to have fun, like I always have?
So it was different for me when I was going in for MBG, and the idea was let me just go and have fun and just pass. But then I won, and then I had to go for MBG Miss World, so the pressure was different. So now it was okay. I have to go for this thing, and I am very competitive, which is so when I tell people that I didn't really put in that much. Well, I did actually for MBG, and even though I tried to be as low key as possible because winning was not part of my plan. There was a plan for going, and winning wasn't part of it. So I tried to tone down my competitiveness. Yes.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, but when I went for Miss World, I was like, okay, I tried to look for videos online. I didn't see anything. It's mostly Miss Universe videos you see. And then track record, Nigeria hasn't really done anything. So I'm like, okay, this is my assignment. They must notice me. Nigeria is not going to leave here empty-handed. This is my assignment. I can't go to this place and just come back and with nothing. Yeah. So I went there, and I thought I was going to be the tallest because sometimes having that height privilege, so they notice you. But there were girls that were my height.
Yeah.
So the height thing didn't work. So I had to pull out something else. So I had to use my personality. I was one of the funniest people there. I was weaving people's hair. I was doing my back twerk. So it was fun. I just made friends, and I was lively. I made sure that I was seen. I tried not to hide.
Yeah.
If there was something I needed to be done, I would put myself in the front and all that. Yes.
I think that's such an amazing strategy.
Yeah, it's just make sure you're seen, make sure you're known, because you can. I'm saying that there are people there that on the last day of the show, you see some people like, excuse me, what country is this? And they'll be like, so I think it was like that for countries that didn't speak English.
Okay.
Because they couldn't talk to anybody, especially countries that had languages that. So maybe if it was a country that spoke Spanish, there are other people that speak Spanish, so you can talk to people like that. But then there are countries like
Speak all
I don't
this,
know what they
maybe
speak in
Tagalog.
Slovakia. I don't know they speak there, something like that. Maybe
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
that speak their language exactly. So you're the only one, you can only talk to yourself.
Yeah.
So, for example, Ethiopia. I remember Miss Ethiopia. She could not say one word of English, and I don't know what they speak in Ethiopia. So she barely
It's
spoke.
not Kiswahili.
I think Kiswahili. I don't know, but she was only speaking to one person, and the person will try to
Translate it.
Yes,
And that kind of conversation can be very laggy.
exactly. So you could see it was affecting her because she was trying to communicate. So yeah.
I mean, it sounds like a very fantastic, lovely experience. So winning Top Model 2017 Miss World, what was that like for you? Was it like, yes, this is something to go on with, or there's still one more crown I need to get before I leave? Did you feel disappointed, or you were just happy for how far you came?
I was disappointed, actually. I was sure I was going to make top 10. Yeah. But I understand why I didn't make top 10.
Why?
Because, so unlike Miss Universe, where everything is on stage, Miss World, there are activities. There is sports challenge, there is head-to-head challenge, there is the national costume, talent, and there's another one. I didn't know about talent. Nobody told me anything about talent.
But we did talent in MBGN now.
Yeah, I did talent in MBGN, but I didn't know we were going to do talent at Miss World.
Miss World.
So I found out about it last minute, and I wanted to do speed painting. It was on the day I was leaving, and I now saw the paper, and they said you're not allowed to do art or anything. It has to be singing, dancing, or it has to be one of those things. But I can't paint, so I didn't participate.
You didn't participate at all.
In the
You should have just
talent.
sang now, even if it's bad, at least A for effort.
I didn't participate in the talent show. Then for national costume, I thought it was going to be like the Miss Universe one where you have to come with something elaborate. But for Miss World, no, you have to dance, be able to dance in your costume. And they don't care about how elaborate. It's just to show your culture, so show off your country's music and dance. My costume wasn't showing off any culture. It was coat of arms, and I was trying to make it look,
Nigeria,
yes,
like
Nigeria.
everything.
So if I had known, I would have maybe picked like
Yoruba, Igbo,
and then
Tiv.
exactly and done that. But I didn't know that.
So is it like a failure on our part? Like I'm talking about the pageantry, Nigerian pageantry, to educate the Miss World before she goes out?
Yes, it's a failure on our part. A heavy
one,
blow
because
on our
I mean,
face.
how could you miss the core parts? I mean, when you look back and see why Nigerians have not been winning, won't you go and check, okay, these things, let's make sure that this representative is well equipped, someone is informing her, someone is chaperoning her, telling her what to do, so that you're not just there stranded. Because at the end of the day, like whatever happens at the end of the day, if you win, it's glory to the country. So why would they not make the extra effort to?
I think part of the problem is also lack of communication between past queens and those that are coming up.
Yeah.
Because there is this, I don't know if it's a tendency to think that it's still a competition. And because you've won, so you're like up there, you're not on my level, and then it's like this person is coming to steal something from you. So I think that was one of the major problems. That lack of communication between past and present. And that's something that I can proudly say that I tried to break for MBGN.
Yeah.
So I tried to, even if they didn't reach out to me, I tried to reach out, and I tell everybody openly, this is what you should get ready for. This should be your strategy. For Nyakachi, I remember I was talking to her like almost every day. I was talking to her sister, do this, do that. Make sure that all the, all the activities or the challenges that you participate, even if you don't win, but make sure that you're seen. Or yes, and she did well. I think she won for sports. She won for she participated in talent. She did the dance, and her wig fell off, and it made her
popular. And
popular. Yes, she did. Then there's head to head. So the only challenge I did was head to head and top model. Yeah, I didn't do the other three.
But at least you won the top model. So
exactly. So and I didn't do the other three. So I keep thinking about it. If I had participated in the other three,
probably could have made it to even top 5.
Exactly. Yeah. So I was angry when I stopped at top 15. It was annoying. I was so pissed.
No, but I think everything happens for a reason. I mean, if you didn't come on here to share us all this inside information, I'm sure a lot of people will go in not even knowing, and maybe they don't have access to you, they wouldn't even know how to come and ask you, or their message might get lost in your inbox, and then they'll just go there unprepared and all of that. So I feel like it's like a blessing and a message to everybody involved in pageantry to kind of just educate whoever you can educate, no matter how, any way you can help the community. Just try and put in a word out there for somebody, and then be open to communication. If someone reaches out to you to ask you something, just provide help in a way that you can. And then people asking for help, please don't be rude. Some people just come to your DMs and say, please send me the requirements. No hello, no
You
hi.
say please. There's something to be like, hi, my name is Chioma, and I am contesting for MBGN 2025. I would like you to send me the requirements. What do you think I am? Like,
you're not even paying me for all these things, and
what's
then
going on?
let's just try to be respectful. Don't be rude. I mean, everybody has what they are doing with their time, so try and be respectful with people's time. Yeah. Okay. Any word of advice to like upcoming girls interested in pageantry?
Yes, one of the fears people usually have, or one of the ideas people have about pageantry, is that you have to know somebody or pay somebody. And people ask me that question a lot. Even in my DMs, they'll be like, so how much do I need to pay? Who do I need to know? Who do I need to sleep with? And I tell people, the truth is, I don't know anybody. I didn't pay anybody. I didn't do anything. In fact, I was not interested 100%. And maybe that's why when I won, some people were angry, like, this girl didn't even want it, so why is she the one that, you understand? Yes. So first of all, I tell people, before you go into any of these things, like, do your due diligence, research, or ask questions. Not, how do I explain it? So that there are pageants that are actually terrible.
Yeah.
Where you sell form, buy tickets,
pay for your
crown,
pay for your car.
Exactly, all those things. And why go through all that stress when you can actually go for the ones that
a reputable pageantry.
Just
buy your form
and you're fine.
Okay, so that's the advice for young pageant aspirants. So I'm going to go into now your career. What are you currently doing at the moment, aside pageantry?
Currently, I am in school. Finally went back to school. So I am running an MBA program with Lagos Business School.
Okay.
And I'm currently doing my fellowship with Godrej Nigeria. It's a multinational company. And they are the ones in charge of Darling Hair.
Okay.
So I'm currently doing my fellowship with them, 3 months fellowship.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I'm doing in my life right now.
What was that decision like for you? Like switching from pageantry straight to doing your MBA? I mean, for someone who did pageantry, you would expect that you want to stay in the entertainment field, do something in the whole entertainment media space. What was that transition like for you? And why?
I had always wanted to do it. So if I remember then, when I was MBGN doing interviews, when they would ask me, so what's next? My answer was always going back to school. So I've always wanted, it's something I've always wanted to do. I wasn't sure if I wanted to be in the entertainment space. I mean, it would have been nice, but that decision for me wasn't, I wasn't 100% sure about it. But for doing my master's, that one I was sure. So I said, okay, let's go with this part that we're already sure of, and we've already decided that this is something we want to do. And then later on, and as things unfold later on, then I'll decide which path to take. But it was something I've always wanted to do.
Okay. So what has that experience been like for you?
It's been intense. It's not been so, I didn't.
You didn't see
There's some days when I'm like, who sent me message? Is it by force? Why? What was I thinking? Because it's not what I expected. I thought it would be, like, I knew it would be hard, but I didn't think it would be this hard. It's quite intense. I barely have time for anything else. Like,
okay, so it's time consuming, or it's just
time consuming, difficult? It's intense. You have to, I mean, there are courses that will have you questioning your own intelligence. Like, I used to tell people, oh, I'm very smart, intelligent. There are days like I'll sit down in class and I'll just be like, Ugochi, you don't know Booksha. Yeah, your brain, they use it to eat Gary and coconuts. Because people will be dropping, according to my classmates, salient points in class, and you're just lost, oblivious. Like, you don't even know what's going on. You have to ask somebody, sorry, please don't be angry. What's happening? Like, tell me, talk to me, what's going on? Like, my dear. It will help you because it's like they're dismantling everything you've known. And yeah, so it's you question yourself a lot of times. There are courses, I hope they don't hear me, Sha. There are some courses that we did from start to finish. I have no idea what we were talking about. No idea. How I passed the exam, I don't know. But I Sha passed it, Sha. And that was the end of it. So it's for anybody that wants to go into it, you have to be ready.
Wow.
Be ready. Put on your iron pants. Have a box of tissue and handkerchief for tears because you will cry. I've cried though. And no sleep. Goodness. Forget about sleeping. Forget that one. You will not sleep. Hang out. That one is down the drain. Forget it. Where are you hanging to? The only people your classmates are your friends, family, boyfriend, girlfriend. They are everything at the moment.
Oh my goodness.
Your life would literally circulate around these people. All my hangouts were our class people, and it will be house party. And somewhere in the middle, someone will just come up with, have you done fin assignments? Excel sheets. No, literally, someone's birthday party. We have to bring our laptop, and we're doing Excel sheets and arranging debits and credits. And I'm like, Ugochi, this is your life now. Birthday party that people are supposed to be drinking, dancing, dissecting financial statements.
You guys are the real adults. We were still adults, and you guys are the real adults.
Well, but it's fun. It's also fun, actually. As much as there are hard parts, it's also fun. You get to meet new people. I have a whole new different set of friends. Yes. Yeah. And the experience it's wonderful. You just see that your life is bigger than that your tiny bubble that you used to think about. There's so much more and so much possibilities that you can
So did you ever consider doing your MBA outside of Nigeria at any point?
Yes, I did actually. But then COVID happened, and I know myself, I can procrastinate for Africa. Yeah. So I wasn't sure how I was going to go through with the whole registering abroad and all that. And I wanted somewhere I could get a scholarship. So I was talking to a friend during COVID, and he was like, oh, my school, because he's an alumni. He was like, oh, my school is taking you in six. I'm like, I don't have money. He was like, yeah, so you apply for scholarship. Just make sure you pass your GMAT. So if you pass your GMAT, if you get a certain score, you're qualified to apply for scholarship. So I did, and I qualified, and I got a scholarship. Not everything, parts.
Well, that means you are brilliant now. You're now making it seem as if life is hard.
No, life is not hard at that time. And so we have this introduction period. So that first one, I was killing it. I was sure NHB. These are courses that you have to stand up and be speaking English and then the main one happened. We entered financial accounting, cost and management accounting. That was where our sister in Christ, Sister Mitchel Ugochi, lost it.
I don't know why learning is always like that. That first introductory part, they make you so sweet, so interesting. I feel like it's a scope to just rope you in.
Yes, actually.
Then by the time you now get set, you're like, what's going on? Why did I not just leave in the beginning? How did I get this far?
I remember I almost deferred after writing my first proper exam. I cried for 2 days straight. I think that time I posted black on my Instagram. People were calling me like, Ugochi, how all is well? I'm like, I'm going through depression. At 2 a.m. I was posting chocolates because I was eating, and I had to call school. I was like, I called him Bafan. Bafan is our course MBA course director. I called her, I said, Bafan, please, what's the process for deferring? She was like, she didn't even ask me, oh, what's happening? She said, okay, I'll send you the mail. She just sent it to Big Bra.
You deferment form. Now. You're an adult. You've made up your mind.
Oh my God. I'm like, But after, when I look back, I'm like, God, Finn.
Wow. So how long have you been in school now?
I started September last year.
So
I'll be done in March.
Almost a year.
Yeah, it's 18 months program. Yeah.
Wow. See, it will be over before you know it. You
My
see?
Dear,
so what's the plan after that? What's March looking like for you post MBA? I know it's a difficult question. I just had to ask it. Because even if you ask me, I don't know what.
My dear, I'm keeping every single option open. If that's something I've learned, keep all your options open. All my options are open. Jabba option is open. 9 to 5 option is open. Yeah. Starting my own business option is open. So I am just dabbling everywhere. I'm just testing the water so that wherever the wind blows me, I will land safely in that direction. Yes.
Speaking of starting your own business, what do you think would be something you potentially want to delve into?
Textiles actually. Um,
When you say textile, is it like selling fabric or like textile design?
Textile
or-
design,
Oh, okay.
creating my own fabric, selling.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Um, they say I have pride, Sha. Well, I've always wanted to do like try fashion and design, but everybody's sewing clothes in Lagos.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
So
that's
I'm
fact.
not sure how that makes me feel. So that's why I have not actively pursued it here. This is why that's why I'm sticking to my textile design, which is something I've always wanted to do. Yes,
Yeah.
but the thing is, okay, after you've designed these fabrics and all that,
Yeah.
do you want to sell? Yes, you can sell, but then I feel like it would also make sense to start my own clothing line. But everybody's sewing clothes in Lagos. Everybody's fashion designer.
No, there's one
Yeah, Philomena, yeah, Debo is fashion designer, fashion school, like two sewing machines. Like this is just
There's one thing
I'm weak.
There's one thing I say. I feel like if God called you to do something, or if you have a passion for something, definitely there'll be room for you. Like God will make a room for you. Even if there's 20 people, everybody will be like, I want to wear Ugochi's fabric. I want to wear Ugochi's fabric. I've seen people that have triumphed in. I mean, Fisayo Longe. There's so many other people that I know that when they started, everyone was like, what's this person even doing?
Yeah.
But today, now they're on Forbes. They are breaking ground, doing things. So if it's like really, really, really something you're passionate about, give it a shot. Now, if it doesn't work, you move on. Now you're a young girl.
I don't have money to move on. I don't have that kind of money. It's not a business. I just move on. Move on. No, I don't.
So have you always had a thing for art? Is this something you want to try out? Like, why are you not painting or doing all of that?
So I studied fine and applied arts.
Oh, okay.
And I would have said something, but they'll go and investigate my results in school. The way one auntie in Christ came out to say is this aggressive malpractice that saved her. And now they are questioning her entire 4 years in the school anyways. So I studied fine and applied arts in school. So yes, the art thing has always been there. But I have a phobia for colors. Or I had a phobia for paints. So I don't know, I should call it perfectionism or OCD, but it has to be perfect. And with these things, it's never perfect. So I think that's one of my flaws as an artist. And as an artist, you cannot be seeking perfection. That one is, yes.
Yeah, because I feel like every mistake is a design.
Yes, but for me, so because of that, I never really painted. I never thought about painting. So I majored in textile design.
Oh, okay.
So lockdown happened and I was at home. I wasn't doing anything. And I'm like, let's try this. So I started painting and it's been going well. So I'm still painting on paper. I just say like I have my own fears like holding me back, but I've started painting and it's something that I'm exploring actively. Even though ever since I started this program, I've not had time for any other thing. Yes, but so it's on hold now. But it's something that I'm definitely going to indulge myself in and explore to the fullest.
Okay. I think it's always great to look into your passions and see how you can make the best out of it. Especially something you can do with ease. You don't have to stress. It's always quite nice. I know you're a cat mom. So you want to tell us about your cat? You want to tell us about your cats and the very strange names you gave them?
Oh God, today. So cats. I had a dog actually, and I was trying to be like, I got a dog February when this whole lockdown madness started. That's when I got him, and I named him Denver. But our uncle doesn't answer Denver, and I had this annoying friend. I used to call him Buhari, and the dog answers Buhari. So we ended up talking to Boo Boo. So his name now is Boo Boo. So I had a dog, Boo Boo, Deva. Buhari the third, whatever. Anyway, you want to call him, sure. But my mom took him. And I liked having pets around. So I'm like, but I do want to go through the whole dogs are
a lot of stress.
Dogs are...
Is it expensive to have?
Pets are expensive generally. Cats are expensive, dogs are expensive. But dogs are like having a 2-year-old baby in the house. You have to take them out every morning to pee and poo, and then bring them inside and then check the time to take them. If not, they'll need inside the house there for you. But they are sweet because anytime you go out, even if I travel for 1 week, come back and he sees me, he's like, that excitement. He wants to be all over you, lick your face, jump on your bed. I'm not really into all those ones anyways. So my mom has him now. So I'm like, okay, let me try cats. And then There's this guy that I met that he rescues cats and then he gives it up for adoption. So he doesn't sell. He
Just gives it to a home, a
yes.
loving home.
So I got my first cat. And then came time to name her. And after going through what I went through with Boo Boo, that I gave him one very nice English name that was inspired by money heist. And the money went to waste. So let me just call this cat something that I can call her easily. So named her Ify. Because I like the name Ify, and it's something that I can just say, Ify, and I won't try to change the name or start calling you Boo Boo or something else. So that's how Ify happened. And then I started going to school, and I felt Ify would be bored and lonely. Let me get Ify a partner in crime. And got another cat. His name is Epa. And his name is Epa because he's a tuxedo cat, so he's black, but he has white brows and white whiskers, so he looks like an old man. So I named him Epa as Papa Old Man. Yeah, so.
Oh,
but they are nice. They're very, even though ever since I got the second one, it's been weird because they're always fighting. If he doesn't talk to me anymore, she's just sees me, she'll be hiding and be eyeing me. You went to bring another person to take my place. But cats are actually, I like cats. They are less messier. Just put the litter box and everything with the sand inside. Go there, do it, cover it up. When you have time, you go and scoop it out.
I think they licked yourself, right?
Yeah, and they lick themselves, but I still wash because she likes to rub up and cuddle and all of that. Yes, but cats are, and they don't bark in the night. They're not. The only thing they'll cry when they are hungry. When you put their food for them and they're fine. They'll look for one corner to hide.
Wow, me, I'm not an animal person. I could never. I could never.
You can start small. Start with a fish.
No, I'm not interested. All I have is a plant, and I'll just water it and touch it every morning, and that's fine. Like, I'm a plant mom, and that's okay. Most of my plants are dead, but that's beside the point. But I'd rather stick to plants, and thank you very much.
Hello, can you hear me? You're there out there. Somebody, please, please text God bless anyone, all of them. I am single to stupid. I am tired. How can I be opening my Instagram and somebody is saying yes? Why can't one person just decide and say no? I want to say no. Everybody's saying yes. They are buying Maltesers. They are saying yes. They are, oh my God, owing up and down. Who did they swear for me? What's going? I don't understand. Please, I'm begging. You should come to my rescue. I beg.
Guys, the most beautiful girl in Nigeria, 2017.
Leave that one outside. We're talking serious matters here. You're talking about
It's looking for, you have to sell your market now. It's looking for a partner. She's looking for a partner. So guys, if you're out there listening right now and you're like, I want to shoot my shots, find a way. I mean, there are different chocolates in the market. Use one.
Yes.
Follow the person. Or if it's Mars, buy. If it's Bounty,
You can even, I'll manage sneakers.
Anyone. Okay.
Thanks.
All right. Okay, guys, we're moving over to the next segment. You know how it goes. You guys sent us some of your struggles, your questions, your dilemmas. We're going to take, I think, 2 or 3, depending on how much we can take. Thank you guys so much for sending your questions. As always, you can send your dilemmas, your struggles, your questions to ddigest69@gmail.com. And we'll be ready to provide solutions and advice to you guys. Thank you. So yeah, I'm going to read out the first email and Ugochi will give us her advice. Hello, Divine. Please keep me as anonymous as possible. Great work on the podcast. Really enjoyed the last episode with Uche. Thank you. My dilemma is that I think I might be gay. I'm not really sure, but I've never been in a relationship with a guy, so I can't really tell. I am 26 years old. Started noticing I was into girls when I was in boarding school. Thought it was just a phase that will pass when I get into uni, but I did, and I found myself still liking girls. Eventually, I started dating my female flatmates. We were in a relationship up until I graduated 4 years ago, and we broke up. I haven't been in any serious relationship since then. I just find men unattractive, and the ones I've given a chance have ended up breaking my heart. What do you suggest I do? Do you think I have a problem? How do I move forward with my life? I'm not getting any younger, please. Please keep me anonymous. I hope you take my question in the next episode. God bless. Okay, this is a lot. It's quite a lengthy one.
But it sounds like this person already has it figured out for herself. Because I was going to say, try dating a woman to be sure. But she has already done that.
But she hasn't dated a guy. So that's why she's not sure.
Oh, she's not sure. But you already said you hate guys. So, I mean.
So it could be because she has not tried dating a guy.
True. So there's also the part of, explore. And then you're in Nigeria. I'm
Okay,
sure
she said,
there's.
I just find men unattractive, and the ones I've given a chance have ended up breaking my heart.
Exactly.
So it's like
She
she
has
has
actually,
tried.
yeah, she has. So I feel
Oh.
like she has figured it out for herself. You don't like men, you've tried it, it didn't work out, and you feel women are the way for you. Well, first and foremost, my dear, please go and write IELTS. So you can go to Canada and explore live your life to the fullest, because it seems like I cannot tell you try men, give men a try again, because this, whether we like it or not, it's the environment we're in. This is Nigeria.
Yeah.
No, as much as we like to form, we're woke, we're open-minded, we're not. You're going to be judged, and I'm not sure you are ready to go through that experience. So my advice would be write IELTS and apply for WES and move to Canada, and then there you can fully explore. You can even have a girlfriend, you can have a child, and have all of that. But also keep your options open. That's something that I've learned that is very important. Be open. Just be open to, you never know. Be open to changes, be open to opportunities, be open to love. And then be sure, like, what exactly is it for you in these relationships? Is it the sex? Do you need attention? Is it the way ladies give you attention that you like? Or is it the way they're loving you? Or is it
How about she goes for therapy?
Sexual? Exactly. So figuring it out, that's therapy. Yes. So you have to actually figure it out. Basically, like, what part of it is it? Because this is just who I am, or because I am seeking love in a particular way, or seeking attention in a particular way that only women tend to understand. And if it's that, then you can say, okay, maybe is there a guy that can give it to me? Because it seems like you're actually open to dating guys, because from what you said here, you've dated a couple of people, just that they broke your heart. So then communication comes in. So you have a lot of options actually. So just play with it, play around it, try therapy, think about it, sit down, write down your why. Why am I doing this? What is the reason behind this? Am I sure this is what I want to do? And then, yeah.
Yeah, I think she gave really great advice. So this second question says, hi Divine, thank you so much for taking my question in the last episode. So I finally decided to stay at my job and wait it out till I have a backup plan. Thank you so much to Uche. Her story is really inspiring. Oh, okay. I remember. This was one of the questions we took last week. So yeah, I'm glad you stayed at your job. I mean, things will work out eventually. Uche, they are thanking you. Uche is currently in the UK right now. So shout out to Uche. Hope you're having fun. One more question. This one says, hi Divine, great job on the podcast. Thank you very much. My name is Anna from China. Yeah? China? Wow, that's mad. Shout out to you. Ni hao. If you guys didn't know, I used to speak Chinese. I speak Chinese actually. I just don't know if I still remember, but yeah, I haven't been practicing, but I do know how to speak Chinese. I recently just stumbled on your podcast and I can't stop listening to it. Thank you so much for sharing your stories. Oh, thank you for listening. So I'm 17 years old and my parents won't let me have a boyfriend till I'm 21. I don't think this is fair. I have tried to make them see reasons with me, but my father has threatened to throw me out of his house. I currently just met this guy at my school and I like him a lot. We've been seeing each other behind my parents' back, and he even told me I can move in with him if my father eventually finds out and throws me out of his house. I'm seriously considering this because I like him a lot. What do you advise I do? Thank you.
She's how old again?
So she's 17, but her parents are not letting her date till 21. But she has met this guy and they are seeing each other behind their parents' back, and the guy is saying that even if her father threatens to throw her out, he's ready to accommodate her.
Okay, first of all, I'm curious to know how old this guy is, and if he's older, he is a pervert that should be tied by his legs and dragged behind a horse down third concrete
Wait. Are you
road.
saying you didn't have a boyfriend at 17?
I said if he's old.
Oh, okay.
And what I said I was curious to know is if he's an older guy, he deserves to die painfully, slowly, and miserably. I'm sorry, I know you think you love him, but that's just the truth. I've been where you are. Trust me, it's not worth it. You just end up going through a lot much later in life. Anyways, for this one, I am strongly behind your parents. At 17, you should not. No, I'm serious. I know then your hormones are everywhere and you think you're in love, but my sweet, sweet darling Anna, you are not in love. You are in hormones. You're in your ovaries and your fallopian tubes, and they are dancing and making you think that you know what you're doing, but you don't know what you're doing. Honestly, I am 25 and I have no idea what I'm still doing. You do not need a boyfriend at 17. You should be putting your life together. I mean, people are making Forbes 20 under 20 list. You should not be thinking about making a man's knack list. I'm sorry. You should think, and I'm serious. So I'm not trying to be judgmental or anything, but these are the facts of life, right? I'm a young girl. I'm going to be 25. Divine is also quite young. And we're talking to you as sisters.
Yeah.
Men has come.
Yeah.
Women has come too, but men are
scummer.
Do you understand? And it's always going to be, that selfish interest is always going to be there. And if you go down this path, you will come out with a lot more baggage and hurt than he will. Because if anything happens, you will probably get pregnant. That's on your body. And then you probably have to take it out, your body as well. And when this happens, he's going to leave you to go and meet fresher meat. And it's a man's world. Because I was thinking about it yesterday. Now, men of 40-something are dating girls that are in their 20s. And these girls are in their 20s. These men are age mates with their mother. So probably my mom, one guy was toasting my mom when they were in secondary school. And now the guy is coming to date me. And it's normal. But my mom can't, because he can't look at my mom because now my mom looks older.
Yeah.
So it's a man's world, my dear. And so you have to protect yourself at all times. And you shouldn't be going behind. I don't know, maybe your parents are people that you can't talk to. Then find someone else that is, what's the word? That doesn't have any interest. Someone that is
neutral,
neutral without any bias, and talk to the person about this. Maybe if your parents are people that you can't really talk to. But
I know Asian people always say their parents are strict.
Yes, or keep a diary or keep talking to Divine through this podcast. But honestly, I do not think you need a boyfriend. And any guy that wants to take you out of your parents' house at 17
that's a red flag.
Does not have your best interest at
no
heart.
home
I'm
training,
sorry.
no respect.
Even he might think he does, but he doesn't. He's just being selfish. And my darling, when you move in with him, you're going to be miserable. He'll probably start beating you because to him, you're always going to be a child. No, because you're a child. And men are very, what's the word? Age conscious. And when they feel like they have this age thing over you, or they feel like they have this power over you, they're going to want to use it and utilize it. And then he's going to realize that you're holding him back, you're pulling him back from his opportunities because now he has to take care of you and take care of himself, and they become a burden. And then he's probably going to throw you out, and then you can't go back to your parents, you can't go back to him. So please focus on school, focus on building yourself, focus on. And then, do you know what? I gave one girl an advice that said she couldn't wait to leave her parents' house. And she had the opportunity to write an essay and win, but she didn't do it to get back at her parents. I'm like, don't you think that's stupid? You could have written that essay, made that money, so that when you're 18, you can use your money and leave your parents' house.
Like, how will you not save up, have a plan before moving?
Exactly. So my advice to you is at 17 now, you should be trying to work on yourself, develop yourself, so that at 20, if you and this guy are still in love, you can comfortably move out of your parents' house and not have to depend on your parents. So even if they decide to disown you, you're old enough to take care of yourself and take care of him. So
we're not taking care of any man in here, please.
Well, my dear, at this point, we don't know, but let's just hold it like that. You understand? So take care of him. In case baby comes, take care of your baby. Not the when baby is crying, you don't tell him, baby, our baby is sick. Baby, you know I love you. Baby, we are hungry. Baby, you know I love you. You will not eat love, my dear. Love will not buy you drugs. It will not buy you clothes.
Baby food is expensive.
It will not buy you Gucci or whatever. It won't buy you all those fine, lovely things that you like. So baby girl, please calm down. Take your time. Read your book. Write WAEC. I don't know if you write in China, but write it and develop your mind, develop yourself, and be the best you can be. You do not need a man right now. That's the last thing you need. Yeah,
I think that's actually amazing advice, especially in this TikTok era now where they're glamorizing all these young marriages and people that, whenever you're ready, they'll put all this song in the background and you feel like, oh, this people are having it easy. If those people sit down with you and tell you what it was like having those teenage pregnancies or starting those teenage relationships, you'll be like, nah, I'll pass, okay? So I feel like maybe this era of TikTok now, you are feeding yourself with a lot of fairy tale love stories and you feel like that's how it's going to be. Take it from 20-year-olds that have passed through that stage. It's not worth it. And any guy that is serious about you will not have a problem speaking to your parents. If he was really serious about having a relationship with you, nothing stops him from coming to that your strict dad, because your strict dad will not kill him. Exactly. He will not shoot him gun. So if he was serious, he'll come and say, good afternoon, sir. I really like your daughter. This is my name. This is my address. This is my parents. Get to know who I am. But for the moment he tells you, even if your dad throws you, I'll come to my house and stay there, it already shows he's irresponsible. I can't see anything positive coming out of that experience. Maybe 1 out of 10. Okay, so it's left
And
to
then it depends on what you're doing, right? As I said, like develop yourself. So even if you want to move in with him at 18, that's fine. So when we were at Miss World, one of the contestants was 17, and she's already living with her boyfriend. So she's trying to actually make a way for herself. So you cannot be dependent on somebody and be moving in with him. She has gone and collected for her country's own. She has won. She's at Miss World. She's in school.
the courage to even take on such a task.
To do all of that. And her parents are seeing that, okay, these two young people are actually working hard towards something, and then they're willing to support. So you have to have a foundation that your parents are going to support you guys on. So work on something for yourself. Focus, take the time to actually build yourself so that when you decide to take some decisions, people will take you seriously and understand that, okay, you probably are matured enough to make decisions for yourself.
Exactly. So yeah, that's really about the question segment. So you guys know the last segment is basically say one thing you're loving, one thing you're hating, one thing you're recommending, and finally, word of advice. So I'm gonna start. What am I currently loving? I just got this new Vranges, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, Dr. Vranges diffuser. I got it yesterday, and it smells really nice, and it just smells really expensive. I used to have it before, but then I ran out of it and I couldn't find it in supermarkets. I found it yesterday and I bought it, and yeah, that's what I'm currently loving. It just smells so nice. What are you currently loving?
What am I currently loving?
Ekpa.
I'm currently loving my new job at my fellowship thingy. I'm currently loving it. It's challenging. It's tough. It's in Ikeja, so I have to drive every morning. But we're pushing it and I'm enjoying it. So yes, that's what I'm currently loving.
So is it like a 9 to 5 thing?
Yeah, 9 to 5.
Wow. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's really, really nice. So what are you currently hating?
I am currently hating excuses from men. No, yeah, because I'm finally learning something. So that's why it's better to do all these things when you're old and you're able to like think for yourself and decipher and decide, okay, this is what I want, this is what I don't want. So I have started coming into this space of loving myself and appreciating myself and understanding what I deserve and how I deserve it. Yeah. And understanding. So all this talk of what you bring to the table, I have finally come to a space where I understand what I bring to the table. And because I understand this, I am not willing to take less or take excuses from the opposite sex. Yeah. So currently, because I understand that, I am hating it. Before, I used to take all the excuses and try to make it better and all of that nonsense. But now I've come to a space where I'm like, see, if you cannot give me what I deserve, use that door. That one, just bang it out, lock it later. Just go from there. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's quite interesting. Wow. What am I hating right now? I'm actually not hating anything recently. Well, I think I'm hating my camera right now. The battery is not lasting for. I don't want to curse, but the battery is not lasting at all. I mean, it has gone off like 3 times since we were recording. We just had to keep recording without it. The focus is no longer focusing. So I don't know what is really going on there. But yeah, that's currently what I'm hating right now. I'm sure I'll be able to sort it out later on. But I'm just so bummed that I'm not filming. I'm not recording right now. But it's all good. It's great. Finally, word of advice. What is your word of advice for anybody who is listening right now?
Word of advice is, if you're in Nigeria, please go for therapy. Not necessarily therapy. So therapy doesn't necessarily have to be you register with a doctor and sit down and da. So for example, me, I started taking swimming classes and it was therapy for me. And then I started I'm learning how to ride bicycle. So if you're in Nigeria, you're in Lagos, please just find someone to be talking to, because a lot is going on. Ensas, Buhari, Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, and it's a lot. So find somewhere to release all the steam from. Then word of advice for everybody is to actually calm down and learn about yourself. I know everybody likes to say, oh, I know myself. But the question is, do you actually really know yourself? So take the time, calm down, understand yourself, understand your thought process, understand so that, and then that's the only way you can actually genuinely and easily learn to love yourself. I know everybody keeps saying love yourself, love yourself, love yourself, but it's not as easy as it sounds. It's a whole process, because we are human beings, and as human beings we tend to always keep finding faults, and one of your biggest criticizers is yourself. So stand in the mirror, oh, this pimple is looking like this, my stomach is big, my bum is that, and all of that. So you're your own biggest hater.
Yeah,
that's just how it is. It's not a thing. It's not. I'm not trying to be deep, but we're our own biggest haters, because someone is seeing and you look perfect, but then you go in the mirror and then you've seen all the imperfections that are not even there. So you need to actually sit down and understand yourself, and then when you fully understand yourself, then you can now start the process of loving yourself genuinely. And only when you've learned to love yourself genuinely that you can now understand how people should love you, or how you want people to love you. If not, you'll just be everywhere, like me before when I was in the world, but now I'm out of the world. You just be everywhere taking nonsense from every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Not just relationship-wise, even friendship-wise. I'm not trying to, it's not a man-woman matter. This is both friendships and all that.
Even family,
and
even
family,
life.
yes.
Yeah.
So then you're able to understand, okay, what you can tolerate, what you can't tolerate, what you can take, so that not everything then gets to you, because this world we're in, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
There's pressure from social media and all of that. So if you don't
check in with yourself, like every now and
you will
then,
lose it.
Yeah,
at
true.
some point. So
It's true.
that's my one.
I strongly agree. That was very profound. I would say, based on today's episode, is enjoy every experience in your life. Like every stage you are at in your life, whether that be MBGN, whether that be MBA, whether that be YouTube or podcasting, anything. Because like life is so, I don't know the word to use right now, but life is so, I don't know how to put it, maybe unsettling. You don't know when is the last day you're doing something. You don't know when you're opening a new chapter to another thing. So, and it's like, just enjoy that moment you're in. Be open to anything. Be open to any opportunity. Try something out. Like, that's why I always tell people, like, if you have a passion for something, I'm strongest advocate for try something out. Like, even with this, my podcast thing, is like, I've always wanted to do it. And it was 2020 came with COVID. And I was like, okay, everybody has an excuse to be unproductive. And then 2021 came, there was no excuse again. There was a vaccine. So, I mean, just do it. The worst that will happen is what you will feel. Okay, good and fine. Do another thing then, you know? I mean, I know people always say there's no money, but the same way the first money came, second one is going to come. So it's like, just try, be open to things, try out things, and enjoy every experience wherever you are, wherever you find yourself. Just enjoy the experience. And of course, put in your best. Put in your best. You know, I can tell how far to take you or where to take you. So yeah, that is my word of advice. I think it's a lot of advice, but I'm sure you guys get the point. Yeah. And yeah, that is the end of this podcast episode. Yay! I'm so excited to have Ugochi here, or Michelle. I don't know which one you guys want to call her. We called her a lot of things in this episode. I'm so excited to have her here. You guys make sure you check out her social media platforms. I mean, plug yourself. Tell them where they should follow you.
So follow me on Instagram at Mitchel, Mitchel _ Ihezue, Ihezue.
Okay.
That's the only social media I'm on.
Do you have anything against social media? Why are we just really on Instagram? What happened to Facebook, Twitter?
Oh, I'm on Facebook, but I don't know.
You don't use
my
it.
family people. And Twitter, I don't have VPN.
Oh yeah, Twitter is banned in Nigeria.
So, yeah.
A lot of things are banned in Nigeria. Like, if you see any Nigerian around, just give them a hug.
Just hug them. I said, go to therapy. You need it.
We're going through a lot in this country, which, I mean, I can't even start going into the walls. Yesterday, I went to the market. I know what I saw there. Like, I literally know what I saw in the market. The prices are ridiculous. Like,
everything is 10 times
the price, and nobody's talking about it. That's the funny thing. We just come online and we're all laughing as if it's funny. Nothing is funny. We're suffering. Okay? And I'm going to say we're suffering. But anyways, that's besides the point. So follow her on Instagram at Mitchel Ihezue. And follow me as always on Instagram, YouTube, everywhere you can find me. My information will be in the description box. So do make sure to check that out. Don't forget to send us your questions, dilemmas, struggles to our email address at thedigest69@gmail.com. And we'll see you guys in our next episode. Don't forget to subscribe, like this podcast, rate this podcast, leave us a review so we know that we're doing something right or wrong. Okay? And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.